There's a mortgage loan program business owners out there qualify for every day. And 99% of entrepreneurs never even heard of it. Not because they don't qualify, but because no one ever explained it to them. I was this way, my family was this way for the longest time, not knowing there's other creative options out there for business owners, self-employed folks out there, for us to be able to buy real estate, okay? If you're self-employed and your tax returns don't reflect your real income, this is the loan the system never told you about. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mark Moholt. I work with Luminate Bank, licensed to lend in 50 states, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and self-employed borrowers invest and diversify their wealth through real estate to build long-term generational wealth. Thank you for watching. Most business owners don't know about this program because the government wants to keep you stuck, okay? In today's society, the government wants you to stay paying taxes to Uncle Sam, continue staying stuck in the matrix, staying stuck in the system. But really, the traditional system wasn't built correctly for business owners. Traditional system meaning conventional loans, VA loans, FHA loans, USDA loans that came to fruition with more strict guidelines by the government after the '08 housing crash. The Dodd-Frank Act came about due to subprime loans that were really lenient. So after the crash, the government came in and put the strict guideline people into boxes to be able to qualify for loans. There was a lot of good that came out of it, but really when it came to business owners, the traditional system wasn't really built for them, okay? Built for us. Anyone self-employed out there, I have a business myself, and the conventional loan wasn't set up the right way. On paper, I wasn't able to qualify for a home, and it hurt my heart. My family wasn't either. They tried to get qualified, but they weren't able to get pre-approved for the loan because they didn't pay a lot of money in taxes. They wrote off a lot of expenses and leveraged the tax system. They weren't able to get qualified for a conventional loan. So traditional mortgage rules were designed for W-2 employees with predictable paychecks. They want you to stay stuck with the predictable paychecks, working every day, 9 to 5. But entrepreneurs get judged by tax returns, not actual cash flow. So I really feel that's backwards, and I'm happy to be sharing a solution with you guys here today to help you be able to invest in real estate, even if your tax returns don't show that income on paper. Even when that business of yours is thriving. Even when you're out there putting your heart and hustle into the business to make a name, make money for your family, and be able to invest in real estate, okay? There is a solution out there for you. The very tax strategies that you end up talking with your CPA tax strategist, tax season's coming up, okay? They want you to be able to, most accountants and tax strategists, they want you to be able to buy a home if that's one of your goals. But then they don't leverage a tax system as much or write off as much expenses for you because of that goal. But I want to tell you, continue leveraging the tax system, leverage the loopholes that these tax strategists know about to write off as much as you possibly can, okay? This will allow you to keep more money, your hard-earned money in your pocket. This will allow you to continue to reinvest your money into your business, into your livelihood, into your future, without claiming a bunch of money on paper for the sole purpose to buy a home through a conventional or a government loan product, okay? So these same tax strategies that really keep you unqualified for on paper, I believe these tax strategies are smart business moves. This is what I've done. This is what my family, my bloodline have done our whole lives to really move smartly with the business and leverage the code that has been written by the government to be able to keep more of your hard-earned money and less in Uncle Sam's pockets. But to a conventional lender, it looks like low income, okay? It looks like low income. So the solution for this is bank statement loans, okay? I'm going to start trickling in some other creative solutions throughout this channel. So like, comment, subscribe if you're liking what you're hearing. I'll have more videos like this for self-employed business owners like yourselves out there. What is this? A bank statement loan qualifies you using your actual business deposits, okay? It's designed specifically for entrepreneurs who write off expenses. How it works, we typically as lenders look at 12 to 24 months of bank statements to calculate your income flow. We average these business eligible deposits over 12 to 24 months, not what's reported to the IRS on your tax returns. Who's this for? Business owners out there, freelancers, 1099 contractors, gig economy earners, real estate investors with strong cash flow, but strategic tax planning. This also works for a couple buddies of mine that make a lot of money with investing in the stock market. And there's a lot of capital gains taxes, ways to offset the capital gains taxes to invest in real estate. But you have to keep in mind, there has to be a business to be able to do that, right? So why this exists is because the traditional mortgage system was leaving out millions of you guys, including myself, including my family, from being able to invest in real estate. And truly, they were overlooking many well-qualified people that were bringing in money and people that had good credit, that could manage their finances well. Why should they be punished for having a good credit score, making money each month, but then not being able to buy real estate? That's why I'm so fired up that I've been creating content for this channel to help you guys realize that there is creative solutions like the bank statement loan out here to help you invest and buy real estate. Most lenders really don't mention it because your typical banks, your typical lenders, it's these bank statement loans aren't conventional or government-backed loans. So it requires specialized experience to structure them correctly. There's a lot of different things we look into when structuring these loans that allow you as a business owner to be set up for success. There's different expenses and ratios that we utilize depending on what type of business. So reach out, book a call with me on my Calendly in the descriptions, or reach out with my Instagram via DM. There's so many moving parts with this, and I want to be able to help you get set up for success ahead of the game. Whether you're starting a business now, you've had a business for a year or many years, we want to be able to structure this, make sure your credit's in line, make sure everything is in line so you are able to get pre-approved for something like this and be able to buy either your primary, your second home, or even investment properties. It's also easier for lenders to say no. These traditional bankers, your PNC, Bank of America's, Truist, all these credit unions, it's easier for these people to say no than to really educate. Most of them also don't have access to these programs. So being able to talk to someone like myself, we do these loans in-house. We lend our own money. We underwrite these loans in-house, these creative loan programs, to be able to make this a reality for you. And most loan officers simply just don't even know they exist. And if they do know, they don't know how to structure them. They don't know how to walk clients through them. Funny enough, I just had someone that we're doing a bank statement loan for just email me, literally just now. This guy claimed a $500,000 loss on his tax returns. He's owned a company since 1999. He leveraged paying off some vehicles, depreciation, all these different things. He claimed a loss of $500,000, but we literally got him pre-approved for a penthouse condo in DC for almost $1 million with a bank statement loan. So guys, it is doable. I'm fired up. If you are looking to buy real estate and utilize a creative solution like this, and you're a business owner, self-employed folk out there, reach out. I'd be honored to help. And a couple myths here before we kind of close out is you need 2 perfect years of tax returns to buy a home. That's absolutely not true. That's what traditional banks will say in terms of a conventional loan, FHA loan, USDA, VA loan. You don't need 2 years of tax returns. We actually don't even use tax returns for these loans. We don't submit tax returns. Myth number 2, you have to pay more taxes to the IRS just to qualify for a mortgage. How many of you guys out there have heard this? I've personally heard it. And that isn't true. Continue to leverage the tax system and utilize programs like this, the bank statement loan, profit and loss loan, 1099 loans, which I'll educate and make videos on in the future. But these programs are set creatively and are solutions for you where you don't have to pay Uncle Sam more money. You can use your hard-earned money to put more of a larger down payment that's required for these programs, slightly higher cost of money for these programs, but it's much better than paying 30 to 35% to Uncle Sam that you never see again. Not to mention, you guys know what's going on with the government. You see how this money is being spent, that continues to be spent with no thought behind it. Money disappearing in many different parts of the country, throughout the United States, throughout many different facets of the government. Why should $40,000, $50,000 in taxes go to Uncle Sam that you don't even know where it's going, just to be able to buy a home you desire? Look no further. This program can help you achieve home ownership, invest in real estate to build long-term wealth without paying more to the IRS. Okay? Myth 3, if I was denied once, I'm done, can't get approved anywhere. That is false. If you have been denied as a business owner based off your tax return, reach out to me. I've worked with a lot of people that have been denied, but we were able to find them solutions outside of the traditional mortgage program box. Okay, so real talk, business owners, really, including myself, have used this loan to buy homes, refinance properties, and build wealth without sacrificing their tax strategy or paying unnecessary taxes. It often works better than traditional mortgages because it recognizes how entrepreneurs, how self-employed people out there actually make money. It's truly how it should be, and I'm glad this program has been able to help myself, people in my family, and many clients that I work with achieve home ownership who otherwise have either been denied or have been told no. So if you're a business owner who makes real money but looks broke on paper, the problem isn't you. It's the loan you were never shown. Comment loan if this sounds like you. Subscribe if you're self-employed and want real strategies. Thank you for watching.